Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Khris Middleton was an NBA champion with the Bucks, and this year his performance has declined, but he is still a great player and a very useful player for the Lakers, due to his playoff experience. Rumors: Lakers are interested in Khris Middleton. The Milwaukee Bucks made a surprising decision during the trade deadline, moving Khris Middleton and A.J. Johnson for Kyle Kuzma of the Washington Wizards. Middleton, who was one of the better players in the NBA when he was healthy a few years ago, hasn't been the same player since, unfortunately. From the Bucks' perspective, they were hopeful that a player on the court would be better than Middleton, who had only played in 23 games for them before appearing in just 14 for the Wizards. With Washington being in the position it is currently in, he could be a trade candidate. That's why in a trade proposal from Fadeaway World, they had Washington sending the mid-range threat to the Los Angeles Lakers for a deal involving Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and the 2025 number 55 overall pick. This would be part of a sign-and-trade deal for Middleton. His experience and composure could provide the Lakers with a reliable scoring option and leadership presence, especially in high-pressure playoff situations. Middleton's ability to create his own shot and facilitate offense would complement LeBron James and Luka Doncic, and he could be a perfect third option at times. His playoff experience, including a championship run with the Bucks in 2021, adds valuable postseason pedigree to the Lakers roster, they wrote. It's tough to say what Middleton is at this stage of his career, but he came off the bench a bit for the Bucks. If he were willing to do the same thing for the Lakers, he could be a great sixth man who could come in and give the Lakers 10 to 15 points a night with ease. If they needed to play him more and he's healthy, that could be a potential option, too. Lakers expected to show interest in former Warriors guard, report. The Los Angeles Lakers have a massive summer ahead of them. It's not a stretch to call it one that could tell us everything we need to know about how the 2025-26 season could pan out. Last summer, the Lakers decided to sit on their hands, and we saw how that panned out. The Luka Doncic trade changed a lot, but it was a trade no one saw coming. The chances of something happening like that are low. This summer, the Lakers must be ultra-aggressive and make the necessary moves in order to turn them into a true contender next season and beyond. Some big changes could be coming, and many expect that to happen for the Lakers. LA could approach next season roster-wise in a multitude of ways, but the route they'll likely take is the depth route. It is not only likely and easiest, but one that the NBA urges teams to take. There will be plenty of players who could help the Lakers this upcoming season, and one name they could turn to is former Golden State Warriors guard DeAnthony Melton. According to The Athletic's Jovan Buha, Melton is a player the Lakers could target this summer. I really like Melton as a flyer. I think, at this point, he's gonna be a vet minimum guy. I think he's a guy who, for a vet minimum contract, you could do a lot worse, said Buha. Melton, 26, is a player who will very likely be a buy low candidate. His 2024-25 season ended abruptly as he suffered a torn ACL. Prior to the injury, Melton was solid as he averaged 10.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.2 steals on efficient shooting splits of 40.7% from the field and a strong 37.1% from three. Although the torn ACL is not ideal, he is a defensive-minded guard, a type of player the Lakers would love to have. Melton excels as a defender at the point of attack, regularly disrupting plays with his quick hands and sharp instincts. Though he's not known for putting up big scoring numbers, his two-way impact and defensive versatility make him an asset on any roster. Lakers should trade for Kristaps Porzingis to solve roster issues. This would solve the issue at center for the Lakers. After the Los Angeles Lakers failed to complete the trade for Mark Williams, it was clear that center was going to be an issue for the team moving forward. Without a true rim protector, the Lakers were not able to keep their defense in order. The Timberwolves gashed them up and down the court in the first round of the playoffs, and that's why they are not still playing. Fixing the issue at the center position is going to be the top priority for the Lakers this offseason. The only way they can really do that is by executing a trade. Read more. Luka Doncic trade could halt Lakers' pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo. One of the potential candidates they could get to fix that problem is Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis is going to be on the market this offseason as the Celtics look to shed salary. Porzingis is going to be one of the players that the Celtics shop around. He would be a really nice fit in Los Angeles because of his combination of shooting and rim protection. While Porzingis isn't the best shot blocker in the league, he does enough to deter players from scoring at will in the paint. He has already played with Luka Doncic, as well. There are a couple of things that could prevent this from happening. One of the biggest issues is the amount of salary that the Lakers would need to send back to Boston to make it work. Because the Celtics are in the second apron, the salaries have to exactly match. That means that Los Angeles would have to send Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and probably 2 other guys to make it work. Los Angeles has to get the center position figured out this offseason. Porzingis' injury history also could prevent the Lakers from wanting to make a move for him. Porzingis missed several games again this season, including the playoffs. He did himself no favors when it comes to adding value to himself. This past season, Porzingis averaged 19.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game. He shot 48.3% from the field and 41.2% from beyond the three-point arc. LeBron James breaks silence on questionable foul during playoffs. The Minnesota Timberwolves handily defeated the Los Angeles Lakers in the opening round of the NBA playoffs, winning the series 4-1. Minnesota dominated LA up front. The Lakers' lack of size ultimately led to the team's demise. The Twolves continually got second-chance shots off offensive rebounds, and it became a situation where Minnesota imposed its will on J.J. Redick's team. The series arguably turned in Game 4 in Minnesota. With the Timberwolves up 2-1 in the series, this became the pivotal game. A win for LA would create a 2-2 standing, with a de facto best-of-3 situation to follow, with 2 of those games in Los Angeles. As it happened, Minnesota won the game, took a 3-1 lead back to LA, and the Lakers effectively were cooked by that point. Game 4 was marred in controversy on a very questionable foul call on LeBron James. The call on the floor had the ball off Anthony Edwards. The Lakers would have gotten the ball back down 1 point with less than 10 seconds remaining in the contest. Minnesota challenged the call, and it was deemed that James committed a foul. Edwards hit the 2 free throws, and ultimately, it was the difference in the game. On the Mind the Game podcast with former NBA great Steve Nash, James finally opened up on the call. Nash and James agreed that the camera angle and the quality of the footage itself appeared to be a bit strange, and not something you'd regularly see during a basketball broadcast. There was a piece of camera work in the postseason of our game in Minnesota that I have never seen in my F***king life. The strip-on, Edwards, I've never seen that computer work in my life. Where the F***ck did that camera come from? It was like some forensic files type S***it. Oh my goodness. Based on how the Lakers were thoroughly dominated by the Wolves, LA surely would love another crack at Minnesota in next year's postseason. With a full offseason to enhance the roster, the Lakers facing off versus the Wolves with an actual center could be a very intriguing 7-game series. Lakers 2024-25 season player grades, Jordan Goodwin. While the February 1st trade that brought the Los Angeles Lakers Luka Doncic gave them a young generational superstar, it also made them a thinner team, especially in the backcourt, as it cost them emerging 3-and-D wing Max Christie. On February 7th, they called up Jordan Goodwin from the G League and signed him to a 2-way contract. The 6'5" guard quickly made a positive contribution and somewhat filled the hole that Christie's departure created. While he isn't quite the player Christie was becoming, he has shown some promise as a player who can help out moving forward. Jordan Goodwin's season stats. In 29 regular season games, Goodwin averaged 5.6 points, 3.9 rebounds, 1.4 assists and 1.0 steals in 18.7 minutes a game while shooting 43.8% from the field and 38.2% from three-point range. In the first round of the NBA playoffs versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, he averaged 0.8 points, 1.3 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 0.3 steals and 0.3 blocks in 7.8 minutes a game while shooting 20% from the field. Overall analysis. Goodwin isn't the most skilled player, but he displayed plenty of hustle, especially on the offensive boards. He also made a nice effort on the defensive end, and in doing so, he helped form a gritty second unit for the Lakers that included Dorian Finney-Smith, Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent, all of whom brought hustle and defense. Although he's not a high-volume three-point shooter, he seemed to start developing into a reliable outside shooter as time went on. Goodwin will turn 27 years of age in late October, so while he's young, he also has some experience. He spent parts of 3 previous seasons with the Washington Wizards, Phoenix Suns and Memphis Grizzlies, but he likely showed more with the Lakers than he did with his previous teams. Goodwin's contract situation. Goodwin has a team option for next season. Bleacher Report insider Eric Pincus implied in a recent article that the Lakers are likely to keep him for next season, which would seem like a good idea. The franchise has found diamonds in the rough as far as undrafted players such as Goodwin before, and he could be their next find, especially since they have reportedly established a player development system. With a reported wingspan of 6'10", he should be able to become a serviceable player off the bench moving forward, including during the playoffs, as long as he puts in plenty of work. Lakers land $160 million wing for 2 players and a pick in trade proposal. There have been rumors over the past few years that the Los Angeles Lakers are interested in trading for Jerami Grant. The Lakers have yet to get a deal done for the Portland Trail Blazers wing, and that might not be the worst thing. Grant is a decent player, but has had difficulties staying healthy, appearing in just 47 games last season and 50 for the prior year. When he's on the court, he's shown some decent signs, but he likely isn't worth the first-round pick that the Blazers have reportedly wanted for him in recent years. After averaging 12.2 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.1 assists, Grant also shot 37.3% from the field on 12.2 attempts, which isn't great. Despite that, Fadeaway World proposed a deal that would send him to the Lakers for Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and the 2025 number 55 overall pick. Jerami Grant, still providing versatility and defensive prowess, averaged 14.4 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game during the 2024-25 season with the Portland Trail Blazers. His ability to guard multiple positions and contribute offensively makes him an attractive option for the Lakers seeking to bolster their wing depth, they wrote. If the Lakers landed Grant, it might help them on both sides of the basketball. However, it's tough to say he's much better than Hachimura. While Grant is a completely different player from Hachimura, it might not be a big enough difference to suggest that they should give up 2 players and a pick for him. His contract also isn't ideal, playing on a 5-year, $160 million deal, something Los Angeles has to consider. Austin Reaves' agent sends warning amidst trade rumors. People really have no idea what's to come. Los Angeles Lakers guard Austin Reaves has seen himself in plenty of trade rumors since the Lakers were eliminated in the opening round of the 2025 NBA playoffs, and at least one former NBA player thinks that Reaves is expendable with superstar floor general Luka Doncic in the fold. Former 6th Man of the Year Lou Williams said that the Lakers don't really need Reaves after trading for Doncic and suggested the storied franchise move Reaves for a talented big man. With his client getting his name thrown around in trade rumors as of late, Reaves' agent Aaron Riley warned that folks don't realize just how well Reaves will play next year and what's in store for the 26-year-old in his 5th NBA season. The Lakers seemingly could benefit greatly from acquiring an established talent at the center position, as center Jackson Hayes hardly saw the floor during the Lakers' first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves. However, the Lakers should do all in their power to upgrade at the position without trading away a star guard who just put together a career year. It's also worth noting that Reaves' contract is one of the better values in the league. Reaves averaged career highs in points, 20.2, assists, 5.8, and steals, 1.1, per contest this season, and he is set to make under $14 million in the 2025-26 campaign. If Reaves' career growth is any indication, there's a real possibility that he could take his game to yet another level in his 5th season in the league as well. After all, he has improved upon his scoring average with every passing season he's been in the NBA, and the same goes for his assists average. The Lakers seemingly have the groundwork laid out for title contention with a dynamic threesome of Reeves, Doncic and forward LeBron James. It's just a matter of putting the right supporting cast around them. Hopefully, the Lakers won't be afraid to shake up their roster this summer. A solid starting center and some moves around the margins could put the Lakers in a prime position to compete for next year's championship.